Hello friends, today let's learn to write a program in Java to find out the highest and smallest element of an array. First of all, let's understand the logic to solve this problem. Here we have an array named as M with 10 storage locations. Array index starts from 0 and the last index of the array is 9. Let's take two variables to store the highest value and the smallest value. The variable max is used to store the highest value of the array and the variable min is used to store the smallest element of the array. Let's assume that the first element of the array is the highest and smallest initially. Let's store the first element of the array in max and min. Max equal to 10 and min is equal to 10. Now, we are going to compare each value of the array with the values in max and min. Let's take the first value of the array. First value of the array is 10. If m of 0 is greater than the value in max, let us assign the value to max. As 10 is not greater than the value in max, we need not assign 10 to max. And again, check whether the value at index number 0 is smaller than the value in min. So 10 is not smaller than the value in min as we have assigned the first value of the array to max and min. Now move on to the next element of the array. Let's access the second element of the array. The second element of the array is 30. Check whether 30 is greater than the value in max. Yes, 30 is greater than the value in max. So assign that value to max. So change the value of max to 30. Check whether 30 is smaller than the value in min. No, it's not smaller than the value in min. So need not assign this value to min. Now take the next value of the array, m of 2. m of 2 is 5. Check whether 5 is greater than the value in max. 5 is not greater than the value in max. Check whether 5 is less than the value in min. Yes, 5 is less than the value in min. So assign 5 to min. Take the next value of the array, that is minus 1. Check whether minus 1 is greater than 30. Minus 1 is not greater than 30. Check whether minus 1 is smaller than 5. Minus 1 is smaller than 5. So assign minus 1 to min. Now take the next value of the array. Next value of the array is 25. 25 is not greater than max. 25 is not less than minus 1. Take the next value. Next value is 45. Check whether 45 is greater than 30. Yes, you found a value which is greater than the value in max. So assign that value to max. So instead of 30, 45 will get stored here. Now check whether 45 is smaller than the value in min. 45 is not smaller than minus 1. So you need not assign 45 to min. Take the next value of the array, that is minus 2. Check whether minus 2 is greater than 45. Minus 2 is not greater than 45. Check whether minus 2 is less than minus 1. Yes, minus 2 is smaller than minus 1. So assign that value to min. So min becomes minus 2. Take the next value. Next value is 8. 8 is not greater than 45. 8 is not smaller than minus 2. Next value is 36. 36 is not greater than 45. 36 is not smaller than minus 2 also. The next value, the last value of the array is 100. 100 is greater than 45. So instead of 45, store the value 100 here. And 100 is not smaller than minus 2. So you need not store 100 in min. So what procedure we have followed here? We have accessed each element of the array and compared each element with the values in min and max. Whenever you found a value which is greater than the value in max, that is assigned to max. Whenever you got a value which is smaller than the value in min, that was assigned to min. So we need a looping structure to access all the elements of the array one by one and compare it with the values of min and max. When the loop completes its iteration, all the values of array will be compared with the values in min and max. And so you will have the highest element of the array in max and the smallest element of the array in min. Now you just have to display the values of min and max. Let's look at the algorithm to solve this problem. Declare the array M with size 10. Input the values into the array by using a for loop. Assign the first value of the array to max and min. Max equal to M of 0 and min is equal to M of 0. Compare each value of M with the value in max and min by using a for loop. To access each element of the array, the for loop's index takes the values from 0 to 9. Check whether the element of the array is greater than the value in max. If the element of the array is greater than the value in max, assign that value to max. Check whether the element of the array is less than the value in min. If the element of the array is less than the value in min, assign that value to min. Repeat through step 4 until I becomes 9, including 9. When the loop completes its iteration, all the values of the array will be accessed and compared with the values in max and min. Whenever you find a bigger value in the array, you will assign that to max, and a smaller value in the array, that value will be assigned to min. Display the value of max and min. Let's convert this algorithm to a Java program. As we have to use scanner class in our program, we have opened Java's utility package in our program. Import java.util.star. Public class maxmin, a meaningful name is given to the class. Body of the class is opened. Executable commands in Java are written inside methods. So we have opened a method, public static void main. Any name can be given for the method. Body of the method is opened. Next, we have declared the loop index variable I and the variables to store the highest value of the array max and to store the smallest value of the array min. The array with the name M, an integer array with the name M is declared. Scanner class object is declared. Scanner type sc equal to new scanner system.in. A message is given to the user to enter 10 values. For loop is used here to enter the values into the array. For I is equal to 0, starting index of the array is 0. The last index of the array is 9. So I is less than 9. Value of I is incremented by 1 plus I. To assign values to the storage locations of the array, M of I is equal to sc.nextInt. NextInt method of the scanner class object is used. When the loop completes all its iterations, the array will be filled with 10 integer values. Now, let's assign the first value of the array in max and min. Max equal to M of 0 and min is equal to M of 0. We have to read each element of the array and compare it with the values in max and min. For this purpose, we have opened a for loop. For loop's index variable started with 0 and it goes till the value of the last index of the array 9. I less than 10 plus I. If M of I greater than the value in max, if an element in the array is greater than the value in max, assign that value to max. Whenever you find an element in the array which is smaller than the value in min, if M of I less than the value in min, assign the value of the array to min. When the loop completes all its iterations, all the values from the array will be accessed one after the other and compared with the values in max and min. So you will have the highest value in max and the smallest value in min. Outside the loop, you can print the values of max and min. Method is closed, class is closed. Thank you for watching. For more videos, like, share and subscribe.